A very good evening to everybody. My name is Madiha and I'm the Program Manager at Dignity Foundation's NCR chapter. A very warm welcome to each one of you to today's session. For the benefit of those who are attending this session for the very first time, I would like to share a little about Chai Masti program. Dignity Foundation's Chai Masti program provides a platform for regular social interaction and support network to senior citizens, providing them an opportunity to engage in celebrations, topical discussions, organic conversations to lead an active and happy life. And for people who would like to become members of our Chai Masti program, can connect with us on our helpline number, which will be displayed in the chat box shortly. Let's get back to today's session. Festive season is full of light and happiness, and we often celebrate by overindulging in heavenly sweets and fried food. All of us love that, don't we? Which then leads to complaints about bloated stomach, acidity, constipation, because sometimes our digestive system and metabolism cannot manage the excess intake of sweets and deep fried food. So, what do we do in such situations? Well, to answer this question and more, I would now like to invite Holistic Healthcare Counselor, Ms. Dimpy Singh. Ms. Dimpy Singh has studied nutrition and holistic healthcare at the Gold Coast Academy, Australia, and is a trained counselor with the Australian Institute of Professional Counselling. She has undertaken several researches in natural healthcare in Melbourne, Manila, Mumbai, and now Delhi NCR. Today, she will share easy ways of detoxification that can be followed to eliminate toxins and help hasten the process of gaining energy and staying healthy. Welcome, Dimpy ma'am. Please take over the session. Also, a small request to everybody, please remain muted during the session. We have kept aside plenty of time for the Q&A. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. Diwali is the festival of lights, the festival of food and drink, and the festival of intense and immense celebration. Diwali is also the time for Saf Safai. Every nook and cranny of our house is cleaned from top to toe. Sometimes we even hire professional help for total deep cleaning of our house. Our staff are kept overtime and our house is left sparkling clean. But do we think of our bodies? We load our bodies with mithai, dessert, fried foods, alcohol, carbonated drinks, namkeen, lots of processed foods, and we basically stuff our bodies with junk. Saf Safai in our bodies is something we do not even think about. This results in indigestion, bloating, and a general feeling of lethargy. However, there are simple tips to remember while we are enjoying ourselves. And this will help us even while we are indulging. Actually, because we feel we are going to feast at night, we starve ourselves during the day. So we reach the party or wherever we're going, ravenous, and we grab all the delicious starters in sight and then attack the main courses as well. However, make sure you have a healthy lunch with your fair share of protein. Do not mix your proteins and eat only one protein. This, incidentally, is a rule you should follow 24/7, not just at Diwali, and I will explain why later. So at lunch, either eat your dal, eat your paneer, or eat your dahi, or your non-veg, with loads of vegetables and salad. Have a small portion of rice or roti. This will keep you satisfied and you will not be tempted to binge at night. Have a fruit in the evening, and before you leave the house, have a handful of raw, unsalted nuts. If you know, for example, that the party you're going to, dinner is going to be served really late, then it's a good idea to have a light dinner before you leave, like, say, just a bowl of soup or a sprout salad. However, please do not forget your water. Keep yourself hydrated at all times. The golden rule for water, and I've mentioned this before, is 35 milliliters of water per kilo of body weight. Alcohol is almost always in abundant supply these days at all the parties. The temptation to drink a lot, even binge drink, is great, especially when you're in a celebratory mood. If you are going to drink, then drink slowly. Have smaller drinks, 30 ml instead of 45 or 60 ml. Dilute well. If you are a wine drinker, mix it and make it into a spritzer by just adding a fizzy drink to it. Hydrate well in between. Have 1 glass of water in between each glass of alcohol. Do not gulp your drink. Remember, drink and sip slowly. Also, do not drink on an empty stomach. Have a little protein with your drink, some nuts, some paneer, or some non-veg. Try to avoid fried snacks. And when you start a meal, start with a protein. Because you are feasting, you will be tempted to have more than one protein at each meal. It is a festive occasion, so go right ahead. We all need our vitamin P, which is our pleasure. The reason we say have only one protein at each meal is that if we mix our protein, we can be prone to severe acidity, heartburn, and bloating. Go home after your dinner and have a lime shot. We have talked about lemon shots in the past. Even though lemon is acidic on the outside, when we ingest it, it leaves an alkaline residue in our body. Therefore, lime shots help in alkalinizing the body. So before you leave for your party, make sure that you've already got your lime shot ready. Whenever we go out, we make our lime shot in a bottle and we just keep it next to our bed. So the moment we come back, we just drink it and that helps us. A lemon shot or a lime shot is the juice of one lemon with an equal quantity of water. Normally, it is drunk 20 minutes after a meal. When you overindulge, like at Diwali, you can even increase the quantity of lemon to 2 or 3 lemons after a meal with an equal quantity of water. When it comes now to the mithai and the dessert portion of your dinner, don't have all of them. Just choose 1 or 2 maximum of the desserts that you like. There's no point in filling your plates with all the mithai. Also remember, eat slowly and savor each bite. This will just help you in not overindulging. Because if you just taste it and keep the taste in your mouth and just have it slowly and savor it, you don't feel like overindulging. Sometimes our eyes are larger than our stomach, and greed definitely takes over. As I have said before, chew slowly. Remember what Mahatma Gandhi said: chew your drink and drink your food. This helps a lot in digestion and also prevents overeating. So now I've told you what to do to enjoy your Diwali in your meal. So let's take it, we've all overindulged. And we've had a great time. We've eaten a lot, we've had a lot to eat, we've had a lot to drink, and more than that, we've had a lot of fun. So what do we need to do? We need to bring our body back into balance, or what is termed as homeostasis. Now we know that fasting is actually feasting for the body. But how many of us can do that, especially if after we've eaten a lot over the next few days, and then we say, oh my God, now we can't really fast. We need to detox, but we need to detox sensibly so that we don't harm our bodies. Detoxification helps in removing toxins, and we know that we have to keep our bodies alkaline and get our immune system strong again. It is not practical to go on a water fast or limit yourself to 300 or 500 calories per day, or go on a fashionable fat diet. That will only damage your body and cause more harm than good. The number of people who have over detoxified and ended up with kidney problems, liver problems, it's just not even worth going there. We need to detoxify, but the process needs to be done sensibly. The most sensible way is to avoid any processed foods, sugar, maida, fried foods, and refined oils. Going on raw foods, that is on a raw food diet, raw fruits, raw vegetables for 1 or 2 days may not suit everyone. Reason being, because if we eat too much raw, we take a lot of fiber into our body, and that again leads to more bloating, more indigestion, and maybe a lot of diarrhea as well. It depends on your body. So what I'm going to suggest is a balanced detox plan as follows. I want to say this, and if you want to take a note, fine. Otherwise, if you like, I will send the presentation to Archana and she can pass it on to all of you. On waking up, start with a glass of cinnamon water. I'm going to give you the recipe after the detox. After that, have 1 banana. 20 minutes later, have a cup of green tea or a cup of black coffee. Till 11:30, have 3 different types of fruit with a gap in between. Make sure that you have a large variety of fruits. At 12 noon, have a handful of raw, unsalted nuts. Now we come to lunch. Lunch, have a big bowl of soup, nice vegetable soup, very, very healthy, and mix all the vegetables you like in it. Have that along with some steamed vegetables. Add some raw peanuts to your salad or any nuts you like for extra protein because you need the protein. Now remember, vegetables break down into 5% protein. They break down into amino acids, and that's actually 5% of protein. So you even get your protein from your vegetables. You can add potatoes to your vegetables if you feel really hungry. Boiled potatoes are absolutely fine. You can add sweet potato or your normal aloo. 20 minutes after lunch, have a lemon shot. And then if you feel like having something meaty because your taste buds have got so used to having meaty, have either 2 dates or a handful of raisins. At 4 o'clock, have a fruit, preferably an apple. At 6 o'clock, have a handful of nuts. Your dinner will be the same as lunch, but you can steam some sprouts as well, along with your vegetables and your steamed vegetables. Or if you don't feel like anything else, just have a soup and a sprout salad. Before sleeping, a glass of warm, or well, these days warm, almond milk, and add some cinnamon and some nutmeg to it. I have given the recipe before, and I will very happily will share it at the end of the presentation. Ideally, this detox should be done for 3 days. But if you find it difficult to do for 1 day only, then just do it for 1 day. Eat in moderation over the next day or two, and then go back to it. So you can do 1 day, have 2 days break, go back for 1 day, have 2 days break, go back to the 3rd day. But do try and do 3 days continuously if you can, because this really will bring your body back into balance and will get rid of all the acidity in your body. If you are planning to do this, get organized right away. So organize your fruits and your vegetables for the day that you're about to start. So don't say, oh my God, I don't have fruit, I don't have vegetables, and then just forget about doing it. There should be no excuse. There are many, many detoxes one can do, but I feel that this is very nutritionally balanced. Also, if you feel in the morning, I can't just eat fruit, I need something garam, then the best thing to have is to have a moong dal ka chila with some hari chutney. Now, you don't need oil to make your chila. I'm going to give you a simple tip here. You take a nice hot tawa and you take half a potato or half an onion and heat the tawa and then just rub on the tawa like you rub your oil, rub half the potato or half the onion. Both these things contain natural oil, and natural oil really helps in just, preventing the chilla from sticking to the pan. What you can do is sometimes, even if the first one sticks, you can put that aside and then the next one, rub it again and it's not going to sink. Sometimes it sticks because the tawa is not as hot enough as you want it to be. If there's no time for your exercise during the festive season, please make sure to oxygenate. Basically, that means close your eyes, do deep abdominal breathing. Breathe in, push your abdomen out. Breathe out, pull your abdomen in. If you can do this 2 or 3 times a day, especially before you sleep at night, it'll help you sleep really well. And also your mind will switch off. Because what happens is during Diwali, it's a lot of fun, but there's also a lot of stress as well. Because we say we have to do this, we have to do that, and we get agitated and we get frustrated. The oxygenation helps in keeping our mind and our body in balance. While you're doing the 3-day detox, please take a gentle walk. That will also help you. So I'd like to now end by saying that your health is in your hands. Please look after it. Your health is your greatest wealth. I hope you have a wonderful, happy, and safe Diwali. Now, I'll give you the recipe for cinnamon water before we open up for questions. Cinnamon water is made by adding saunf, cinnamon, and zira powder, 1 teaspoon of each, to 2 cups of water. Boil this, strain it, and sip it, and have the 2 cups first thing in the morning. If you find it hard to wake up in the morning and to make this, then what you can do is make it the night before, keep it in the fridge, and then in the morning, you can just heat it up, warm it up, and have it. But please have the 2 cups every morning with this proportion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dimpi ma'am, for this useful information and such an important tip that while avoiding indulging is definitely a better option, but even if we do so, we can reverse it quite easily by following some detox tips. to help clear toxins from our body. Now, the floor is open for question and answer. And let's take up the first question. Hira ma'am, you have any question? Please unmute yourself and go ahead. Yes, Hira ma'am, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. No, I don't have any question, but I really like this session very well. I just wanted to thank her, that's all. I like this session very well. She make us so nicely understood how to eat and what not to eat at the age of this also. So I just say thanks to her, that's all. I have no question at all. I understood everything perfectly, ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless. Now I want to remove this Hira. How can I remove this?
I'll just do that for you.
What about the refined oil, ma'am? We are all eating refined oil for such a long time, and now it is
Yes,
shift
I
to
know,
the other
but-
oil is so difficult.
Okay, now can I just suggest that, you know, in the old days, we used
Yeah.
to all have ghee.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
there's a huge myth that ghee is not good for you. This is not good. It's actually very good to balance your oils. I'm not saying stop refined oil completely. What is ideal is per person so that you balance your omega-3 and your omega-6 fatty acids is to
Okay.
have 1 tablespoon of ghee per day, 1 tablespoon of, say, a mustard oil, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil if you're doing Western food, or sesame oil. Or if you do want, then just 1 tablespoon of canola or safflower or whatever. But
Okay.
also the important thing is please change your oils. Every couple of months, change your oil. So if you're cooking, like what we do at home is we have our sabzi and mustard oil. Our dal tadka is in ghee. And on our salads, we put olive oil. So that's how we balance it out. But like sometimes in the winter, we use a lot of mustard oil, but in the summer, sometimes I find mustard oil is too heavy for the body. So at that time, we either use some sesame oil or we use rice bran oil. But you know, you have to keep changing your oils.
Okay. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks. a lot.
Hello, can I say anything? What about coconut oil?
Coconut oil also is very good for you in moderation, as is oil. Coconut oil in a South Indian diet is used all the time. And but you must again not just use coconut oil. Use a variety of oils.
Okay.
I am using sarson coconut oil as well as ghee.
Very good, excellent.
Oh, sunflower oil.
Well,
Sunflower
sunflower
oil.
is a fine oil. So use it again in moderation and balance it with
Yes,
the other
it's in
oils.
moderation. I'm using mustard oil, ghee, and sunflower. All
Perfect.
the 3.
Excuse me, but what is the logic of changing the oils?
What is the
Why do-
logic of what? Sorry?
What's the logic of changing
Change
oils?
Oils.
Changing the oil so your body doesn't get used to that system, because each oil has a different omega fatty acid. So our body needs a variety. So
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Dimpi ji,
I
can
would
you hear
request
me?
Anybody who would ask a question, please identify yourself first.
Hi,
Yeah, I
hello.
forgot to unmute.
Hi, Archana and Nirmala is speaking from Delhi. Delhi, I would like to ask Dimpi ji one question. These days, it is said that in the old days, the ghee and all these you should not take. And cow, they are emphasizing on the cow गाय का घी के ऊपर. So I would like to have your worthy suggestion that in place of दूसरा घी के अलावा गाय के घी के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है?
कौन से घी के बारे में?
Cow, गाय का घी.
Well, cow, actually this A2 organic that now everyone is talking about, cow's milk, the ghee from that is very good. There's absolutely no question that it is, you know, I'm not saying don't have it, it's dairy, this, that, and the other. I say 1 tablespoon of ghee a day is very good for your body.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Madam, can I ask you one thing? What
Certainly.
about adrak, What about adrak along with the drinks, They say it saves your liver.
The adrak is very good for you, but you have to also have adrak in moderation. So for example, if you feel like having adrak, what you do is after lunch and after dinner, when you have your lemon shot, you can add a few drops of adrak ka juice, fresh adrak juice grated to your lemon shot.
Okay.
Or you can just slice some adrak. We use a lot of adrak in our cooking. All of us use a lot of adrak. What you can do is you can slice a little adrak and you can just put it with nimbu ka juice and add a little bit of haldi and a little bit of Himalayan pink salt and put it in the sun and have it as an achar.
I normally used to have it along with the drinks,
Ma'am Madhu Thakur would
You
like to
can have
ask
it with a
Just
drink.
a minute, Madhu ma'am, just a minute. Let her just finish the answer. Yes, Dimpy ma'am, please go ahead.
Sorry, you can definitely have it with a drink. You're very brave to have it with a drink, but I think, it's quite nice. Maybe you can add a little protein to it. So you can have some nuts. You can add your adrak to those nuts and just have that. It's a perfect option.
Good. Thank you.
Jaya Lakshmi ji, your hand has been raised for quite some time. Please go ahead with your question.
Madam, I wanted to know, some people say you should drink lot of water.
Okay, now a lot of water means if your body weight, you have to drink water according to your body weight. Because if you flush your body with a lot of water, what happens is you dilute what is known as your electrolytes, which is your sodium, your potassium, and your magnesium balance. So it is your chlorine balance, pardon me. So what you need to do is you need to have we say a ground rule is 35 ml. So if you weigh 70 kilos, then that works out to about 2 liters of water a day.
So if I am 58 kilos, how much water I should drink? Less than
multiply 58. So let's do it at 60. 60 by 35. 6 5s are 30. 6 3s are 18. 2.10.
Okay, about 2 liters I can drink.
2 liters. That's
and
fine.
one more thing, madam, I wanted to know, some people say dark chocolate is very good.
Yes, dark chocolate is an antioxidant. But remember, when you have your dark chocolate, have it again only 1 piece. Don't eat the whole bar. And also, and also make sure it's more than 70% cocoa.
Because I can't take small. If I take, I have to take more. That is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem with chocolate. That happens to all of
I have
us.
done this dark chocolate, but it has ruined my diabetes.
Oh dear.
They say that dark chocolate is okay to eat, but it all spoiled my diabetic diet.
But provided you only eat a small piece.
Dead.
And madam, you told cinnamon water, like that is jeera, no? So
No, cinnamon is dalchini.
Acha, that is different. But
Yeah.
I take this jeera water, like we say jeera water.
That's okay. You can have Zira water. What you can do is while you're on a detox, because the cinnamon water helps flush out all the toxins. It's
Acha.
also very good for diabetes, for the gentleman I was talking to earlier. And soft is also very good for digestion. And this also helps in boosting your immunity. So you take 1 teaspoon of each, Zira, soft, and dalchini.
Okay.
And you add it to 2 cups of water.
Acha.
Does it reduce the weight
Thank
also?
you.
Does it reduce the weight also?
Well, I'm not sure how much it reduces weight. It's not there to reduce weight. It's there to build your immunity and, to just keep you feeling healthy and flushing out your toxins.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not guaranteeing that it loses weight. Otherwise, I would be very, very slim at the moment.
Thank you,
Madhu, please want
madam.
to ask another question?
Yeah, I wanted to find out one more thing. आपने जो डिटॉक्सिफाई करने के लिए लिस्ट बताया था, जिसमें आपने
हाँ
कहा
जी।
था कि मॉर्निंग में either you have banana और मूंग दाल का चीला, and
हाँ।
after 20 minutes you have green tea or black coffee. What
हाँ
do
जी।
you have at 11:30? What do you have at 11:30?
Well, you finish all your fruits by 11:30.
Fruits.
You know, as I said, you have 3 different fruits in the morning.
Okay.
But
That's
if you're having
by
a
11:30.
moong dal chilla, then don't have 3 fruits. That's enough. One
All
banana
right.
and moong dal chilla is enough.
All
Enough.
right. And then at 12 o'clock you have raw nuts.
Yes, you have raw unsalted nuts.
Yeah.
About 30 grams, like a
Okay.
handful.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Ma'am, if we take curry patta in the morning, how is it?
Hanji.
Curry patta
Hanji.
in
That's
the
very
morning.
good. That's very good also, but what on a normal basis. But when you're doing the detox, have the cinnamon water.
Okay. Okay.
Rajni ji, do you also have a question? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, what are fruits you can
I
take
would
only in the
like,
morning?
Dimpy, if you can write out the day's menu.
Yeah, sure. I'll send it to you, Rajni.
Thank you. That's it, so
Welcome.
that it's easier to follow.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Kumar ji, do you have a question?
This is Kumar from Chennai, and this is the first time I'm listening to somebody who is saying, who is not saying no to the food, but you take anything, but you just have a thing, whether it is drinking or eating. She has just prescribed a way to have, and only
Yeah,
one
but this
person.
is, sorry,
only one
but this is
person
not, I want to clarify, this is not for every day. This is during your festive eating, because
Yeah,
this
right.
is the time when you need your pleasure, you know,
Yeah.
what are
I understand.
festivals for?
Yeah, I understand. Just I have a small question to you only about it. What do you suggest for constipation? Any
Okay.
special thing?
For constipation, on a normal basis, not during the festive season.
Yeah.
When you say constipation, are you getting enough fruit and vegetables in your diet?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, how many fruits do you have in a day?
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3. And vegetables?
Vegetables normally 1 or 2 vegetables regularly in the for lunch and dinner only.
Okay. So when are you having salads?
Not with the regular meal, but once in a way only.
Yeah. So what you do is, along with your lunch and along with your dinner, you add some kheera, some gajar, some tomato for both meals. And that will help your constipation. And if you find your constipation is very chronic, at night before you go to bed, about half an hour before you go to bed, have a bowl of papaya and 2 prunes.
Oh, good.
That will help you, because you don't want to have laxatives, because that causes your whole system to go out of gear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
What did you say? Papaya and what? What papaya and?
2 prunes,
Hello, papaya
dried
and?
plums. Dried
Papaya?
plums. Papaya and prunes. If you
Acha.
don't get prunes,
Okay,
what you can do is you can take some anjeer, some dried anjeer, and you can have 2 or 3 of those anjeers, and you
Yes,
can
yes.
have a bowl of papaya.
Ma'am, ma'am, you said all these 3 with water. So we have to boil the water in the morning?
Yes, you have to boil, and then for 10 minutes. Then you
Okay.
have to strain it and then have it, which is why I said that if you find that too difficult in the morning, then you can make it in the evening and keep it in the fridge and just heat it in the morning.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're
एक
welcome.
क्वेश्चन पूछना था
Please go ahead.
एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था, क्या अंजीर खाने से वेट बढ़ता है क्या? अंजीर
अगर
फिग
2
खाने से?
अंजीर खाओगे तो वेट नहीं बढ़ेगा।
नहीं, मैं 1 या 2 ही खाती, डेली खाती एक्चुअली में। और
हाँ।
डेट्स से भी होता है क्या वेट बढ़ता है?
अगर पर आप सब कुछ 2 से ज्यादा नहीं लो। अगर किशमिश लेनी है तो फिर किशमिश 15-20 ले लो, पर बाकी अंजीर या एप्रिकॉट्स या डेट्स को 2 से ज्यादा नहीं लीजिए।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
मैडम डिम्पी जी, एक बात और पूछनी है आपसे मुझे। ये हम लोग बादाम लेते हैं ना भिगो करके, अखरोट एंड बादाम, तो हमें कितना
जी।
बादाम लेना चाहिए?
आप
प्लीज
आप बादाम कितने बजे लेते हैं सबसे पहले?
हेलो मैडम,
हाँ जी।
Rajappan here.
Just a minute,
In the
Rajappan.
morning-
I was just finishing. Sorry, I was just finishing my answer. आप 30 ग्राम से ज्यादा दिन में नहीं लीजिए।
अच्छा,
Hello.
Hello, can we have castor oil once a
Madam.
week?
Can we please go one
For
by
what
one?
reason?
Just a minute. Rajappan ji, you were asking a question. Please go ahead. Then Nandini ji, you can then go ahead after Rajappan ji.
Okay, madam.
हाँ जी।
In the morning, after you get up, after washing your teeth, taking 2 cups of water, is it good?
Yes, it's not harmful at all.
I see. Another thing is taking fruit before
Fruits, the
lunch
golden
or
rule.
breakfast is
Yeah,
good,
so
or after the food.
No, fruits, the golden rule for fruits is that fruits should be eaten on an empty stomach
Yeah.
20 minutes before a meal or 2 hours after a meal.
Okay. Now most of the marriages, they give the fruit after the.
Yeah, I know, that's our normal, it's our normal way. It's our way of showing hospitality at weddings. So, but as I said, when you're going for a marriage, you're going for pleasure. So enjoy yourself. Come home and have your lemon shot.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, Nandini ji.
एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना
Just a minute, Madhu ji, just a minute. Nandini ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, can we have castor oil once a week before going to bed? Is it okay?
Well, I think once a week is a little excessive, to be quite honest. Why would you like to have it once a week? Is it just to cleanse your system?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't overdo it. Maybe twice a month is enough.
Okay.
Madam, what do you do if you have IBS?
IBS is a very difficult issue. Are you very stressed out? Because I always find that sometimes I personally get IBS when I undergo a lot of stress. So the first thing to do for IBS is to learn how to calm your stress and to do meditation or deep breathing or something like that to avoid it. But where food is concerned for IBS, you have to be very careful not to have too much fiber, which is why I said that some people want to go on a detox. They want to have lots of raw fruit and raw vegetables, but their bodies can't handle it.
What about pulses and all you can't have?
What about, sorry, pulses? Yes, of course you can have pulses, but not on those 3 days of your detoxification.
What about isabgol? If you have
You can have isabgol, there's no harm in it, but that adds on, if you've got IBS, then the isabgol will only add to the fiber.
Oh, okay.
एक क्वेश्चन करना था, क्या जो आपने लेमन शॉट बोला तो डेली पी सकते हैं, मतलब जैसे बॉडी में बना?
मैं तो 12 साल से रोज ले रही हूँ, 2 बार ही दिन में।
कोल्ड वाटर में भी डाल सकते हैं, हॉट वाटर में डाल के लेमन
थोड़ा सा ही पानी, ये नींबू पानी नहीं है, ये शॉट है। तो if you've got 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, you have 1 teaspoon of water added to it.
Okay. Every day we can use.
After 20 minutes after lunch and dinner, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Raghu ji, you want to ask a question?
I am Raghu from Chennai. Madam, you have given a very nice talk, very useful. And as you said, we have got in Tamil Nadu, I think many of in Bangalore and also must be knowing, there is a Diwali legium. We prepare it from the dried pepper, then suku, ginger, dried ginger, everything made. It is available in Amazon also. All the Tamilians know. It is a legume that is made of with the ghee and all in the tawa and all, do it and make it ready-made. And as you said, instead of making so many other things and all, we keep this legume, eat as much as possible. It is where we can't prevent it. Then take this legume. It works very well because it is containing all where what you said, pepper, everything is there. It is a very long process, but they keep it. It is available in the market and ready-made. They make it. Amazon also it is available, and most of the Tamilians know. It's a very good.
Sorry, that sounds very good. Actually, I'd like to actually try it myself. Can you just put the name up on the screen? So
Diwali legume, they call it. Okay. Diwali legume.
Okay.
That is in the Tamil. Yeah, Deepavali legume. And it is made of arisi, that dried long pepper, dried root of long pepper plant, licorice root, suku, then the ginger, Thai ginger, some they have put sirunag poo, then false black pepper, cubebs and tail pepper, black pepper, and dried dates, dry grapes, ghee, jaggery, all mixed and make it limited. Put it in the tawa and make with the ghee and all, and make it a black way. So it comes and ball roll, keep like that. They give all right from childhood. We used to take, and it works very wonderfully well. I think if you can see on Google, we can put it Diwali legume. It will get that list completely.
I will. Thank you. I will do that. How do you spell that?
How do you split?
Then one more. You said fruits not to be taken immediately after food and all. It can be given right. Similarly, I heard that salad also not to be taken along with the food. It's because it's a raw vegetable should be taken away from that before or something.
Let me explain the basis of why we say have raw food, like have a raw salad with your cooked meal. The reason for that, sir, is basically raw food contains digestive enzymes. So that raw salad will help you digest your cooked food.
So it can be taken along with the food or just before?
You must actually have it because it helps in your digestion.
Okay.
It prevents bloating, it prevents indigestion.
So salad along with food is good then?
Yes.
How about
Puji for sharing. Yes, Madanji, you want to ask something? Please unmute yourself and go ahead. Madanji, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, unmuted. Yeah. Now you can hear me?
We can.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. I was just asking whether we can take curd with lunch daily.
Well, if you're having dahi along with dal, it's best to avoid both proteins. You're better off to have your lunch and then have your dahi a bit later, or have your dahi, like a nice katori of dahi before your lunch.
Before the lunch. Okay, fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any more questions?
Can I say anything?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
अखरोट और बादाम भिगा के ही खाने चाहिए, वो बिना भीगे खा सकते हैं?
हाँ जी।
अखरोट और बादाम,
हाँ जी,
उनको भिगो के ही खाना चाहिए, बिना भिगोए खा सकते हैं?
नहीं, बिना भिगो खा सकते हैं, पर इट इज बेटर टू भिगो। क्योंकि आजकल कुछ पता नहीं होता है कि उसमें सल्फर है, क्या है, कौन से केमिकल्स हैं और कहाँ पड़ा है। सबसे पहले तो कोविड का डर भी है, तो उसको भिगो दो और छिलके निकाल दीजिए।
ओके, ठीक है।
Ma'am, how about the spring onion and along with the salads, the spring onion and the normal onion, regular onion?
All onions are natural antibiotics. So eating onion, whether it's spring onion, whether it's a red onion, whether it's a shallot, is very good for you.
How about oats, which you used to take normally in the morning?
So you can have your fruit first and then have your oats. But during the 3 days of detox, please don't have it.
Okay. No, I'm asking for regular one.
Yes, for regular, oats is very good for cholesterol, very good for the heart.
And the chia seeds?
Chia seeds, why do you want to have? When we have in India, we have what is known as tulsi seeds, which is called sabza. Sabza seeds are firstly quarter of the price of chia seeds, and the benefits are exactly the same.
Okay, right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, Sushma ji, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, Sushma ji.
क्या हम रात को दही खा सकते हैं?
अगर मैंने कहा अगर आप और कोई दूसरा प्रोटीन नहीं खा रहे ना, अगर आप रोटी और दही और सब्जी खा रहे हैं, बिल्कुल खा सकते हैं.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, Raman ji, please unmute yourself. Raman ji, please unmute yourself. We're not able to hear you. Are there any more questions?
मेरे को बलगम बहुत होता है, बलगम इकट्ठा होता है गाड़ी गाड़ी.
अच्छा, बलगम के लिए आजकल मौसम भी है कि ऐसे बलगम हो रहा है, मुझे भी थोड़ा हो रहा था. सबसे द बेस्ट तरीका है कि आप स्टीम लीजिए और जो स्टीम के पानी में आप 2 बे लीव्स डालिए उसमें, और बे लीव्स, और उसके साथ आप 1-2 इलायची डाल दीजिए और थोड़ा सा यूकलिप्टस ऑयल, उसका आप स्टीम लीजिए.
अच्छा, एवरी डे.
तेज पत्ता, बे लीफ तेज पत्ता डालिए, 2 तेज पत्ता और थोड़ी सी इलायची और थोड़ा सा यूकलिप्टस ऑयल या टाइगर बाम, पर बहुत थोड़ा, और 2 बारी दिन में स्टीम लीजिए. और रात को जब आप सोने से पहले आप गरारा कीजिए. गरारे के पानी में थोड़ी सी हल्दी, थोड़ी सी काली मिर्ची और 1 चम्मच हनी, और उसके साथ आप गरारा कीजिए.
अच्छा, गर्म पानी से करती हूँ तो निकलता है सुबह को. अरे आवाज में फर्क हो जाता है.
हाँ, आप ज्यादा बात नहीं कीजिए, थोड़ा सा ये इससे स्टीम से और गर्म पानी, हल्दी, थोड़ी सी काली मिर्ची और हनी के साथ बहुत फायदा होता है.
उसका गार्गल कर.
हाँ, गार्गल कीजिए
नाइट को, सुबह को.
हाँ जी,
सुबह को नहीं,
सुबह को भी कर सकते हैं. हाँ जरूर, अगर आपको फायदा होता है तो 2-3 बार ही दिन में कीजिए.
अच्छा, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Yes, Kasi ji, please unmute yourself.
So, thank you, madam, for this very interesting presentation.
Very welcome.
And you started off with the quotation from Mahatma Gandhi. That was very good. That was very nice. And anything in moderation is what is recommended.
That's the key.
Yes, that is a key. You are right. And even if it is amrit, if it is excess, it is poison. There is a saying. So another thing which I heard is you eat the food what your ancestors were eating. And because our genes are all tuned to that. And
that's right.
It depends on the region. So in India, we have got such a wide variety of food habits and like cooking oil. In the north,
Yes.
it is entirely different, in this different in south.
Exactly.
So what is accustomed to our lifestyle and the region, and the food that is available in the region, if we have it, it will be good for the health. That is what I have read.
100%. 100%. You must, the mantra should be eat regional, seasonal, and local.
Good. So we should not go for any westernized like olive oil or oats, things like
No,
that.
but if you're having Western food, would say, you know, you want to put some salad dressing on it. If you want a little oil, you don't even need the oil. You can add apples, you can add like nimbu. Just the best thing is just adding nimbu.
Yeah, that's what I do. In my
Yes.
salad, I always put some
Yeah, nimbu is very, very good.
is that. And I always have salad with my food, as you say.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I start the day with one fruit. After the warm water I take in the morning, and then fruit only I start before
Wonderful.
breakfast. And
Wonderful.
after about an hour or so of workout, only I go for breakfast. And that keeps my health quite good. That's what I have found. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can take one more question and then we'll have to end the session. Ramanji, are you back? I think
Yeah, I am here. I have actually two questions. One is, some people say that buttermilk is better than curd. Is that so? That is question number one. Number two, Orthodox people seem to have some opposition to garlic and onion, saying that it is this, that, not good for health. What's the
You know, you can
Orthodox?
have, sorry, let me answer one at a time. Buttermilk or dahi are equally good for you. So you have what suits your body and what you enjoy. Second question, I didn't get. What were you saying, that garlic and onion are not good for you?
Oh yeah, there is, what I mean is, Orthodox people, you know, they are people who have certain disciplines in life. They advise against the use of onion and garlic, only these two. And there is another section saying that it is, both of them are very good.
Well,
Perhaps
I can only say from personal experience, as I said, onion is a natural antibiotic. When you have temperature, instead of going to a doctor and having antibiotics and stuffing yourself with so much medication, all you need to do is to take some onion juice and mix some honey and some warm water and have it. Rub some onion juice on the soles of your feet and you'll find, especially in children, the temperature goes down right away. So I can't say, I will not be able to say that onions are not good for you, because I believe onions are very good for you. Likewise with garlic.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome.
So it's almost time. And
I just want to add something. What
Hanji.
Mr. Raghu was talking about Deepavali Legium. It is available in Amazon and I have given the link in the chat.
Yes, I just saw it. Thank you.
This is Madan again. जरा full day का recipe आप share कर लेंगे in writing, so that we can read it and then follow it strictly.
Certainly, I will email it to Archana and to Madhya.
Anybody in group, Shashi will put in group.
Sure, sir. We will do that.
Yeah, okay.
So it's time to end the session. Thank you so much, Dimpiji, for such a wonderful session and for answering so many questions. I
Not
think
at all.
through this interactive thing that we had, we were able to learn much more. So thank you so much. I think
Thank you.
Everybody has.
And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the Diwali legume. I'm going to just go and order it right away.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. I hope all of you had learned something new, and I wish that all of us will remember these tips after overindulging this festive season. So thank you.
Or avoid overindulging.
Thank you. Happy Diwali.